It's really, really hard to say goodbye, but I think the time has come. It has been a really, really fun ride for me. And I'm going to try to kind of outline, why I got into YouTube, what my thoughts are about YouTube and Call of Duty, and why I'm stopping. So let's get started. I guess a couple things I haven't told you guys that I've actually felt real guilty about for a long, long time is number one, I am divorced. Um, Mama Drama Home with now is actually my second marriage and my second wife. I was married actually initially the first time when I was really, really young, and that's where teenage drama came from. And actually, one of the major tragedies in my life is not being able to make the relationship with my oldest daughter's mother work. I was too young, too irresponsible, not an adult. And unfortunately, because of that, my daughter had to kind of grow up, being picked up by me every weekend and dropped off on Sunday night. And just something that I have a tremendous amount of regret and remorse that I couldn't make it work with her mother. To summarize that, when my oldest daughter was 2 years old, I came home from work and everything in the house was just gone. It was an empty house. Gone, including my daughter. So that night I got a call from mother saying, I left you and these are the reasons why, and I just said, I just want my daughter. Where is she? Eventually we got all that straightened away, and we got visitation and all that stuff. But it's hard to be that kind of father, like a single dad. And it's just a difficult situation, man. It's a great, like I said, it's a great tragedy in my life that happened. And I've always, as far as my responsibilities go with my daughter, I've always done everything I'm supposed to do and then some. But you can't raise your child correctly when you don't see her all the time, because unknowingly or knowingly, your child is eventually going to pit one parent against the other and stuff like that, and that's the way it goes. But anyway, right after I started my YouTube channel, my daughter's mother, my ex-wife, said that she wanted to move to Texas and take my daughter with her. And I fought her a long time on that. And eventually, my daughter was old enough where I asked her, what do you want to do? And she wanted to stay with her mother. She's been with her mother majority of the time for all her life. So I let her go, and it just broke my heart to do that. The toughest thing I've ever had to do was just let go. And I'll never forget the day where I had to drop her off at the airport, putting my arms around her and just sobbing like a baby. Like crying like kids cry when they're 5 to 10 years old. It was just so hard for me to let her go. And now I don't get to see her like I used to. And pretty much it's on Christmas and in summer and things like that. And so all the videos that I've made that have given like life lessons and things like of that nature have really been for my daughter, so she can listen to and stuff like that. Because shortly after her moving to Texas, her and I had a falling out, and her mother had a falling out, and it seemed as though I was being left behind. Her mother got remarried again and all these things, and it was just really, really hard on me because my daughter wasn't quite as respectful to me as she used to be, because she didn't have to see me. What kind of disciplinarian can you be when you're that far away? And so a lot of times I felt like the only communication, I would try calling my daughter, don't get me wrong, she just wouldn't answer the phone, and there's nothing I could do. So I'd make videos and hope that she would see them and not forget about me and not forget about my voice and stuff like that. And that's why that's what YouTube has kind of allowed me to do. Now, moving on to, and that's why I started, is just to be able to send videos to my daughter so she can listen to without ever really including her name, but just so she can hear me every day or every other day or whatever it was. Now, once I got into YouTube, I don't know, man, it's not for me. The kind of a cutthroat type of atmosphere, if you want to be successful on it, is not for me. The way you have to promote yourself, It's just not for me, man. Especially the closer I get to some of my fellow commentators, I just feel guilty asking them to like my videos and to retweet my videos and all that stuff. They're friends, and not many. I've made a good many of friends. It will be my friends, I think, for the rest of my life, I hope. I hope to see them get married and have good lives and good jobs and stuff like that. So YouTube's been worth it, if not for that reason. For that reason alone, I should say. Friendships you make, and that's what it's been all about. I would have closed my channel probably a month or so ago, or 2 months ago, if I did, but I didn't want to lose the closest I have to a lot of my friends on YouTube, a lot of the kids on YouTube that I know. A lot of them I consider like sons and family. I talk to them so much, and they mean a lot to me. So, but I'm having another child. I need to focus on that. I really do need to focus on that. It's scary, really scary for me this time around. My wife is unbelievable, does a tremendous amount of work, and I'm not helping enough. I'm just not. Staying up late gaming, waking up at noon the next day. She wakes up at 5 in the morning to help to take care of the kids, and I don't want to end up in the same situation I did with my first marriage, I guess I should say, where Mama Drama gets used to me not being around. Once she gets used to me not being around, what good am I? Why does she need me? I don't want to walk home. I don't want to come home again to a empty house where my wife and family have left me, and it's just horrible. It's a horrible situation to be in. So I think it's time for me to take a break, if not stop completely. So this is kind of like bye for now, and we'll see what happens, because I need the community and the feedback more than anything. And this is my therapy. This is my best friend, YouTube, to talk to and to express myself to, because I don't do it in real life. I'm a very distant individual. I don't talk that much. I'm pretty quiet. Any advice I would have to you guys, if you guys want to be successful on YouTube, and I'm going to give you real advice, not the advice that's like, oh, just be a good person and do the right thing. Of course you should do that, man. I shouldn't have to tell you to do that, right? I shouldn't. But if you're young enough and you're a good player, become a great player. Become a really, really good player. Focus on your gameplay, especially if you're a Call of Duty person. Focus on it. Worry about that first. Your commentary will come after you do hundreds of them. It'll come naturally to you. It's going to be hard at first. But if you're a very good player, become a great one. If you're already a great one, do something that no one's ever done before. That draws people to you. And once they're drawn to you, they'll want to hear what you have to say. That's how CNETers got me hooked on him. That's how Hutch did it. That's how all the greats have done it. So I wish all you guys a farewell for now. My baby is actually due on December 25th. You'll probably be hearing from me before then for sure. But if you want to unsubscribe, no hard feelings at all, man. None whatsoever. I've practically been in like a working retirement anyway. The effort I put into my videos is very, very minimal, and it's not fair. It's not fair for the people who are really, really trying for me to take up a view or take up space on YouTube, when there are people out there that are giving it 110% of everything they have. I love you guys. I will still support you guys. I will still watch your videos. I will still try to comment. I will still try to go to your live streams if you stream. I will still try to be as active as I can possibly be, while being an adult at the same time. Because I need to be an adult now, Back in 1989, when me and my brother would play on our Tandy computer and we would play Earl Weaver baseball, we used to always say, man, the kids 20 years from now are going to be so lucky. Imagine how much technology is going to advance. Well, I was able to go back and become a kid for the last year. Just like you guys, I felt like you guys. I said some of the same things that you guys say. And a time in my life I will never, ever forget. So this has been Serious Drama. Be kind, be good, be safe. I'm out. See you soon.